Hello, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Welcome to the Multimedia University webinar on the Master of Business Administration and Doctor of Business Administration, MBA and DBA, brought to you by the Faculty of Management, Multimedia University. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Dr. Junaina Ahmadi from the Faculty of Management, Multimedia University Cyberjaya campus. We are currently recording live from the Siti Hasmah Digital Library, Multimedia University Cyberjaya campus. I am the moderator of this session, and with me here this evening we have another three colleagues whom I will introduce later. They are Dr. Aziz, Dr. Olivia Tan, and also Dr. Ojo. Okay, before I move on further, I just need your cooperation to observe two simple ground rules for everybody's benefit. The first one is that please ensure that all your devices or your gadgets remain muted at all time, or make it silent throughout the session to avoid any distraction of audio inputs from your surroundings. And also kindly reserve all the questions that you have to the end of the session, as we have a Q&A session afterward. All right. However, if you have a very quick questions, you can really need to actually send your text messages. You can do so to my colleagues who are dealing with the text chat, online text chat. They are the program coordinators for both of the programs, Dr. Ruzana Raza and also Dr. Nasrin Khan. All right, let's get started. In this session, we will do our best to give you all the information that you need and also the information that you are looking for. Now, we shall begin by introducing ourselves. As mentioned earlier, my name is Dr. Junaina Ahmadi, the moderator of the session. I teach marketing subjects, and currently I'm holding the position as the program coordinator for the Executive Master of Business Administration program. All right, now the panelists, three panelists that I mentioned just now, they are Dr. Aziz, Dr. Olivia, and also Dr. Ojo. So I would like to invite all our panelists to introduce themselves. Please, with Dr. Aziz first.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. June.
Yeah.
My name is Dr. Aziz Ahmad. I'm from the Accounting Unit, Faculty of Management, Multimedia University Cyberjaya. So I have been teaching MBA for the last 10 years, and during these 10 years, I was assigned with a subject called Accounting for Managers, and in this particular subject we are trying to expose the student with the concept of managerial accounting and also financial accounting. All right, so and recently I was being assigned to teach DBA, Doctorate of Business Administration, for the subject called case methodology. All right, so in this particular subject we are trying to assist the student in the preparations of their final thesis at the end of their program later. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Aziz. Now I would like to invite Dr. Olivia.
Hello, I'm Dr. Olivia, and my background is in law. I used to be a practicing lawyer prior to joining MMU as an academic. So for the MBA program, I'm actually teaching a subject called Business and Cyber Law.
Thank you, Dr. Olivia.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Now, next we have Dr. Ojo, who also expatriate. Yeah, you're from Nigeria.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Please.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this webinar section. I'm Dr. Ojo, and my background is in engineering. Currently, I'm teaching research methods. My research and teaching interests are in the area of management, specifically operations management, which has to do with the strategic perspective on our organization, how they actually arrange their operations. In addition to that, I do teach subject also in sustainability, which has become an important concept in the industry today. So most of the subjects I teach are actually focused on experiential learning, where students are actually assigned case study, and also they are expected to go to the industry to collaborate and solve real problems in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all panelists for the very warm welcome introduction. Let me just inform that this webinar is carried out to achieve two objectives. Yeah. So the first one is to provide a basic information on the programs, such as the objectives, the program content, entry requirements, tuition fees, benefits, and so on. And secondly, we have the objective as to share our panelists' insights into the learning experiences from both programs, MBA and also DBA. Okay, now let me also proceed to introduce our colleagues who will be handling the online text chats. I'm pleased to inform that you will get information straight away. If you refer to the screen right now, the slides is showing via live text chat. Dr. Nasrin Khan, the coordinator for Doctor of Business Administration Program, DBA, and also Dr. Ruzana Razak, coordinator for Master of Business Administration, MBA. So, however, we would like to appreciate if you could please limit your text chat to simple, quick and very quick questions, and reserve the others to the end of the session, because we do have a series of Q&A. So on that way, you can focus more on the information shared by the panelists during the session. Okay, now, so let us begin to understand how the programs can be in line with your needs. Yeah, I'm talking about MBA and DBA. So probably Dr. Ojo, from what you see, what seems to drive people to join into these programs?
Yeah, I will speak from personal experience.
Okay.
I do think that most students, they are really concerned about their career development, as well as self-actualization. They really want to advance in their career. They also want to develop themselves in terms of getting to understand the current concept and trend in the industry. And our MBA program is structured to equip students with the essential skills that are relevant in the modern economy. More specifically, concepts like digital transformation, which is actually a core, unique selling proposition of our program.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ojo. All right, now, what about you, Dr. Aziz?
All right. I do believe and I do agree with Dr. Ojo's observation in relation to the MBA program.
Yeah.
However, before we can proceed with registering with any of the programs, I would like to explain there are major differences between MBA and DBA. Yeah. So firstly, we look at the level of qualification. MBA is advanced level after your degree, but it is not as extensive as a DBA. Okay. All right. So DBA is higher than an MBA. Yeah. Right. So usually those who registered for an MBA program are those fresh graduates, yes. Yeah, who just registered from their degree programs, and also those who have 1 or 2 years working experience, young executives who would like to enhance their knowledge, who would like to see opportunities, climbing the corporate ladder and whatnot. So these are the people that who would register for the MBA programs, right? And at the same time, usually in joining MBA programs, you are going to encounter students from various backgrounds, right? So this, in a way, it will increase their network positions from different people from different industries, right? And however, for the DBA program, right? Usually, this is a program that is enrolled by professionals, right? So CEOs, CFOs, everybody at the manager, all the C-suites level, they want to know more about how business are run using best case scenarios and trying to enhance their social skills, their strategic and decision making processes. So these are the people that's going to enroll in this particular program, and usually they come in with a master's degree.
Okay.
All right, so from there we can see that there are major differences between an MBA and the DBA. Which a prospect student needs to look into before they can enroll with any of the program.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think I would like to add to
yes, please.
Dr. Aziz's viewpoint. An additional question people do always ask is, how is the DBA program different from the PhD program? As you know, the PhD program is Doctor of Philosophy, and the DBA is Doctor of Business Administration.
Yeah.
Both programs actually enable students to be called a doctor, and I do believe everybody wants to be a doctor.
The title doctor, yeah?
Yeah, it's actually something that people always look forward to. They so much cherish that title. But if we go down to the differences, the PhD program and the DBA, they are different in terms of the target group, the motivation of study, as well as the duration of study. Also, another area of differences is actually in terms of the recognition. I will start with the PhD. What's a PhD program? A PhD program is a research-intensive program that actually equips students with the essential background to become an academic. And the ultimate goal for an academic is to become a professor. Because of that, students are expected to address questions that are of interest to the academic community. So they more likely focus on theoretical concepts with a view that they will make significant contribution to knowledge in terms of the development of theory about a body of study. And another thing about the PhD is that it's strictly research-based. So because of that, they are expected to complete a thesis within a period of 2 to 5 years. And the assessment is based on the quality of that thesis. In contrast to the DBA program, the DBA program is more focused on successful business guys. They've actually ascended the corporate ladder, and they are looking at new challenges. So they want to really engage in intellectual discourse regarding an area of interest to them. So for them to do that, they can also enroll in a doctoral program. And the focus of that doctoral program is for them to be able to apply research concepts into real industry situations. So because of that, they are expected to address issues related to specific problems in their company or also in other areas in the industry. So the key concept in DBA is to make contributions that are of significance to managers as well as of significance to the industry. So it's more like a practice-oriented doctoral program. And most DBA students, they are actually MBA graduates. And they really want to actually further their chances by differentiating themselves from other colleagues. In a nutshell, I think the PhD program is an ideal program if you're really concerned about developing your research expertise. Why the PhD is widely recognized and is a traditional qualification. But I can't really say that about the MBA program. About the DBA program, I beg your pardon, because the DBA program is a new degree program. So because of that, there are some issues in terms of recognition. But nevertheless, both are actually worthwhile qualification students should actually aim for. Thank you.
But it is recognized anyway.
Definitely it is.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Uju, for the additional points. And I think it's a very interesting start we have here today. So for those who just joined the Multimedia University webinar, I would like to say welcome to all of you. All right, now we have discussed about the comparison between MBA and DBA programs. Yeah, so probably I think it's best now if we look at the closer view on the MBA first. For that purpose, I would let Dr. Olivia to explain further. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jun. The type of study for MBA, it's just coursework, right? And the mode of duration of the study, it depends. The student have options either to go for full-time or part-time.
Part-time,
yeah.
okay.
Part-time, because they have family obligation. Full-time is just that they have more time and they would like to finish it quicker, in a sense. Yeah. Okay, and the course structure is 12 subjects plus the final project, final year project. The intake is on February, June, and October.
Okay.
Yep. So now it's the next intake is actually October. So hope that the students please sign up. For financial assistance, you have PG Merit Scholarship and special waiver, which is a limited time offer. That is why I requested students to enjoy this special waiver. It's better you sign up in October to get the special waiver.
October approaching very fast,
Yeah, that's right. This is coming September already.
True.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Ju.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you, Dr. Olivia. Now we go deeper on the basic features of a DBA program, and for that, I would like to ask Dr. Aziz to explain further.
All right. If you can refer to the screen in front of you, all right. So for DBA, in general, it is conducted in a mixed method, whereby students have to complete a coursework of 11 subjects, all right, and added with a thesis, a final thesis. And usually they have to complete all the 11 subjects before they can pursue with their final thesis, all right. Based on our experience before, the students who enroll with these particular DBA programs are combinations of both. They are doing, some of them are doing their own business, some of them are working from 9 to 5. So we give them an option whether they want to do their DBAs part-time or full-time. All right. So usually if they have their own businesses, they have their own sweet time, so they can always register in a full-time basis, whereby the classes will be conducted on the weekdays. And then if they are working from 9 to 5 and they are very, very busy during the weekdays, they can also enroll in a part-time basis, whereby the classes will be conducted on weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. So but then they have to sacrifice a bit for the quality time, but then the results at the end of your period will be priceless, right? So in terms of the duration, depending on your mode of study, if you are doing a full-time basis, your period of duration of studies are around 3 to 5. All right, and then if you are doing a part-time basis, it can be from 5 to 7. But then it very much depends on your capability, on your availability. We won't be pushing you as much. All right. So in terms of financial assistance for DBA, you can apply withdrawing from your EPF account number 2. All right, based on the tuition fees that for that particular DBA, and it is also, you are also allowed for a deductible tax allowable deduction up to 6,000 ringgit. All right, and then so that's for the financial.
How about the intake?
For the intake is similar to MBA program. We open every February, June and October.
Okay, so right now. That's for DBA program, So right now, I think many of the viewers are interested to enroll into this program. So how do you get into this program? So let us start with MBA. We will have Dr. Ojo to help again to explain for the entry requirements of the MBA program.
The program is actually made suitable for everyone. So there are 3 different routes. I'll start with the first one. The first route is focused on a recent graduate from the university. They are expected to have a CGPA of about 2.5. So if you have a CGPA of about 2.5 or higher than that, then the first route is actually for you. So all you have to do is to apply and you send in your transcript for assessment. The second route is for those with substantial experience, about 5 years or more experience. And these are students that are a bit disadvantaged because they have less than CGPA of 2.5. So there is flexibility if you have about 5 years work experience, but your CGPA is not up to 2.5. So all you have to do is that you are expected to have graduated from a recognized university or from MMU. So you send in your transcript, you can complete the form online. And the third route is actually for those that lack the formal academic qualification. So for those category of students, they have extensive experience in the industry. So all you have to do is to apply for the APEL A Level 7.
Yes.
The APEL A Level 7 is actually a recognized qualification, which is equivalent to bachelor's.
Okay.
It's awarded by the MQA. So if you have more than 5 years experience and you are expected to be at least 30 years old. So if you are about 30 years or more and you've worked in the industry for like 5 years, then you can apply through MQA for the assessment. So with that qualification, the certification, you can actually send in your application also, and you will be considered for admission. Irrespective of your option, you are also expected to meet the English language requirement.
Okay.
And I think we are going to address that later in the webinar section today.
Okay, all
The
right.
English language requirement.
Okay, it's very interesting that you are mentioning about APEL A Level 7.
Level 7, yeah,
And it's also only for those who are 30 years and
above, yeah, sure.
And according to Department of Statistics,
Yep.
DOS, we have more than 50% of the population with that particular age group. Yeah? So I think we can receive a lot of application
Yes.
from that
Hopefully,
category.
yes.
Okay, now as for the entry requirements for DBA program, probably Dr. Aziz can.
Okay, for the entry requirement for DBA, as I mentioned earlier, those who are interested in going into a DBA program, you have to complete a master's degree.
Okay.
Right? So in this particular case, the master's degree can be in any relevant field.
Right.
All right. Whether you are coming from engineering, whether you are coming from pure science and whatnot, you are very much welcome to do a doctorate in business administration. However, if you do not have any master's degree, you can also join in with any other relevant qualification. However, we will go through this application to our Senate approval. All right. So based on these two, you must also have at least 2 years working experience in a relevant field. So if you have gone through any managerial position and whatnot, so we very much encourage. All right. So and then lastly, you also have to fulfill a minimum English requirement, as mentioned, similar to the MBA program. For a DBA program, you also have to fulfill a minimum requirement for English. All right. So moving forward, looking into the English requirement.
Yes.
Okay. If you refer to the slides in front of you, in general, based on the MQA requirement, each applicants are supposed to fulfill a minimum English requirement. Either you have a TOEFL, either you have a MUET, either you have an IELTS, or you have gone through 1119 during your SPM. That's our time, the SPM 1119.
Did you take any?
No, I'm not good at English, but as the years progress, my English is getting good, better. All right.
Yeah.
So and even if you do not meet any of this minimum requirement, all right, you can always request from your university that you did your degree or from your master, just to give them an evidence saying that your mode of medium of instruction during your degree or masters is in English.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if you can't fulfill the minimum requirement, you need to get some proof of evidence. All right. And then if needed be, we will call you for an interview sessions just to see your proficiency in English.
That means English placement test.
English placement
okay,
test.
All right.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Aziz. Okay. All right, now we understand that you may surveying other universities to decide on the best place to pursue your MBA or your DBA program. So next, our panelists will touch on why you would like to consider pursuing your MBA and DBA program in MMU. What will be the value we bring to you for our MBA and DBA program? Okay, why DBA and MBA at MMU? Can we have Dr. Aziz again to discuss?
Yeah, I do
details?
have a lot of things to say, isn't it?
Yes, yes, correct.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Jun. All right, why MBA and DBA in MMU? All right.
Yep.
Firstly, our content of our program are very much market oriented.
Yeah.
All right. So for the last few years, we have been there is a new buzzword called Fourth Industrial Revolution, IoT, blockchain, and
Yes.
whatnot. Right. So in this particular program for a DBA and an MBA program, we attempt to embed all these new buzzword just to make sure that our students are very well equipped with this kind of new technologies and whatnot. So this particular embedment are not only for IT subjects alone, however, we try to embed in any of the relevant subject that we have, right?
Okay.
So at the same time, we try to include on the cyberpreneurship and the cyber securities and all the new and most important aspect of that the students needs to know, right? And as you know, we are in Cyberjaya, right?
Yeah.
We are being
Surrounded.
we are being surrounded by all the MNCs, all the global business services firms and whatnot. So we would like to take this opportunity to engage with them
Yes.
and getting them involved in our program through industrial visits and also talks.
Okay.
All right. So we do have some of our program, MBA program. We do have invites people from this multinational companies. For example, Matthew Shah Alam, we did industrial visits,
Yeah.
and we also do study visits in Complete Hijau Solar in Malacca. So we try to provide the student with a hands-on experience on how business really works. And similarly, as you know, we are a subsidiary of Telecom Malaysia.
Yes.
So we are trying to involve them, engage them with any of our program for our masters, for our DBA programs, right? So we are very fortunate in that way.
Okay,
right?
thank you very much.
Thank you
Dr.
very
Aziz.
much.
So 2 points from you: market-driven content and industry engagement.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Next, moving on to the other benefits that we do offer. So I think maybe Dr. Uju would like to contribute on this.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. June.
Yeah.
Further to Dr. Aziz, extensive discussion regarding the additional values that MMU offer. I would also like to talk about the people. As you know, you could have an excellent technology, you could have the best of infrastructure, but if you don't have the right people, then it's all waste. So I would like to talk about the commendable faculty which we have in MMU, specifically in FOM. Our MBA program are actually handled by a mix of local as well as expatriate staff.
Yeah.
Most of them, they have distinguished career. I mean, they actually come with extensive experience in the industry, cutting across areas like information technology, in banking, manufacturing, just to mention a few. Also, we have faculty members that are currently on the board of government as well as private establishments. We have people that have contributed significantly to NGOs, also to government policy. Recently, one of our faculty members actually received a commendation letter from the Prime Minister based on our research to less disadvantaged group. We actually have her here, Dr.
Yes,
Olivia.
Dr.
Yes.
Olivia.
She recently got an award from the Prime Minister, a commendation letter.
Congratulations, Dr. Olivia.
Thank you.
Maybe later she will
Proud of
talk a
you.
bit about our work
Yeah, I would
on
love to share.
the human
Yeah,
rights.
okay.
So also we do have people that have done extensive research and they are well published. They've published in journals. One thing about academic career is that for you to be recognized, you need to get your work published in international journals. These journals are the medium to assess your credibility as an academic. So we have in our faculty a lot of faculty members that have contributed to a discourse in the academic community. And also they've actually received extensive support in terms of research grants. For you to do research as an academic, you need to actually receive funding.
Yeah.
So research in our faculty has been funded by the Malaysian government as well as the external agencies. Just recently, one of our faculty members, she received an award from Sumitomo, which is actually a Japanese research grant.
Sumitomo, yeah?
Yeah. Even also we have researchers that are working with other colleagues from the UK, from the US, just to mention a few. In addition to people, we also have the excellent infrastructure in terms of the library, the learning support. We have a 24 hours learning point where students could actually come in and they could actually, gain access to important documents as well as academic journals all across the globe. In addition to that, also we have excellent sporting facilities. We have a stadium, we have a swimming pool, and we also have numerous indoor games that could actually help students to have a kind of holistic development. So I would also like to comment about the kind of support that FOM offers to students. One of the support is in terms of career development. Recently, we actually have the Career Connect. And this Career Connect, MMU is one of the 6 universities being awarded grant by the government, the Ministry of Education, to be like a test bed for career development in Malaysia. And also we are actually a premier digital technology university. So we do offer a lot in terms of values.
Yeah, okay. So Dr. Ojo's point is quality staff and also comprehensive learning support and facilities, yes? Okay, now I think Dr. Olivia, you have another points
yes,
of
just
our
to,
offering.
to add on to what we have, it says that we have a renowned researchers. We also have expert resources such as Institute of Postgraduate Studies, IPS, to support students' applications for postgraduate. And we have Collaboration and Innovation Center. That's where we look into collaboration and networking linkages with industries and other universities, national and international. And also, we are also looking at technology transfer. We are TTO, Technology Transfer Office, where we assist the students to protect their intellectual property. Besides that, we have also Entrepreneurship Development Center, which in short we call it EDC. Now, we are driving an entrepreneur university in that sense that the students will get the opportunity just to do a startup or to spin off the company. So we are just teaching them to be self-sustained and independent in that sense. Financial privileges is also another strength that we have here, besides then our strength of our researchers and the facilities that we have. For financial privileges, if you can even look online, just to sum up, like we have a discount for our alumni.
MMU alumni.
That's right. We call it MMU alumni for DBA and MBA students. 20% discount. And I think that is really good, a very good discount though. And also a discount for TM group staff, employees and their children. That's like 25% to 35%. I think that is a very big percentage that we are giving a discount.
Very interesting,
Lastly, but not the least, we do recognize merit-based discount. That's about like 25% to 50% for the students for merit-based.
Usually for that, I do believe that it depends on your results during your degree or your master's program. So if you do very, very well, then the probability of you to get that merit scholarship would be higher.
That's right.
Yes, correct. Okay, so that's 2 points, expert resources and also financial privileges. All right, now, so perhaps you've been thinking on pursuing your study in MMU, so you would like to know the tuition fee. So talking about this, we would like to tell you about the total fees. Include the tuition fee, the project fee, registration fee and also resource fee. So if you look at the slides there, you can see that MBA for local students, they are paying 29,550, whereas international students, they pay 44,220. And for DBA program, for local is 53,850, whereas the international students pay 64,670, nearly 65,000. But I tell you what, it's worth it.
Right.
I do believe.
Okay. Now, notice that if you look at these tuition fee, you can see that there is a difference between the Malaysian applicants as well as the international applicants. Yeah, this is due to the visa registration and also other requirements from the immigration department for international students. They have to pay certain fees, and we have carried out a benchmark and survey of other institutions as well, and we found that our fees are quite competitive, and therefore I think it is worth investing. Yeah. All right. Now, from our discussion so far, I would say that we have done our best to highlight the benefits of the MBA and also DBA programs, and we suggest that you view this as an investment in yourself. Yeah? And talking about investment, perhaps the panel can share their insights for the audience, to ponder upon. Probably, if we look into this, I would like to start with Dr. Ojo first. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Indeed, it is a worthwhile investment. And I believe going ahead and investing in your own personal development and career advancement is something you should actually give a thought to. Because spending few years to acquire the essential skills and knowledge that will make you to stand above is actually always the right thing to do. And I believe that putting in the effort as well as the commitment into doing MBA, especially FOM MBA or DBA, is a sure win. And you won't actually regret what you have invested in it, because you can only win at the end of it. So I really encourage us to sign up for this program so that you could actually stand a step forward. As our current slogan is, go for it. So I want to encourage us to go for it.
You will never lose. You always gain. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now we would like to invite Dr. Aziz.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As mentioned by Dr. Ojo, you need to advance yourself.
Yes.
All right. And the investment that you are putting in, it will be much more sweeter if you do it with your friends.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't have to be a lonely journey. Doing a postgraduate it is a lonely journey, but don't make it a lonely journey.
Yes.
All right? So invite your friends, invite your family, invite your colleagues to enroll the program with you, because
the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. You can be with them on weekends or weekdays and whatnot. So I do believe that it could spark a better relationship with you and your friends and your family. All right, and so we encourage you to bring along your family members, bring along your colleagues to register for our DBA and MBA program. All right, so it's good to hang out with friends, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. It's such a quality time.
Yeah. How about you, Dr. Olivia?
I do agree with Dr. Aziz and my colleague here, Dr. Ojo, right? In fact, when you enroll with a friend, you can also serve as each other's social support during the period of study. Anyway, we instructors are also part of the students' support system. We look forward to all of you joining us here in Cyberjaya.
True. Okay. Thank you very much to all panelists
Thank you very much.
for your valuable inputs and also your insight sharing. And thank you to viewers too. Yeah. So to all viewers, you can engage with us directly with any inquiries. If you have any questions, if you have any inquiries and you want to know for more, so here are the contact details. If you look at the slides there, the contact details of the coordinators for both programs. Yeah, the first one is MBA Program Coordinator Dr. Ruzana Raza. You can email to ruzana.raza@mmu.edu.my, or you can simply email to mba@mmu.edu.my. And same goes to DBA Program Coordinator Dr. Nasrin Khan. You can direct email her, nasrin.khan@mmu.edu.my, or as simple as dba@mmu.my. Yeah, .edu.my. Okay, now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the viewers out there, we have come to the end of the webinar session. Yeah, we have shared some details information with you. We have discussed about the insights and also experience sharing by our panelists. And we would now welcome any questions if you have about our MBA and DBA programs. So we will do our best to attend to them. Okay, so we are taking questions from our viewers.
Maybe there are text questions.
Okay. All right. So if we look at the, probably we need to ask our PC, the program coordinator, whether they have received any questions on the online text chat. Dr. Rizana, do you have any questions? Okay. All right. So far, I think she's busy typing and entertaining all
Yes.
those online chatters. All right. Now, so probably we can have a few common questions.
Yes.
Yeah. I do have collected some common questions. Okay. The first one would be the English placement test. How does it look like? Maybe Dr. Olivia, you would like to explain.
Right. Just like to reiterate what Dr. Aziz has actually mentioned about the English requirement. For those who did not meet up with the minimum English requirement, so what they can do is they can actually do English placement test.
Yeah.
And it's a simple test. Well, the students need not be afraid of like, oh, I have to take another test.
Yeah.
It's just a test on simple written comprehension, reading and understanding, and the next one is oral. So it's only a written and oral examination set, just to make sure that you can speak, you can understand.
So
basic
two parts
English.
basically. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, as simple as that. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Another question is about what is the prospect for MBA graduates?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Dr.
Do you want me to
Ojo,
take that question?
Yes.
The MBA program, as mentioned earlier, is an academic program, which is a blend of conceptual and theoretical concepts related to business management.
Okay.
And also, it enables students to work in group as well as to do it all alone. So it empowers students to acquire the essential skills that are needed in the modern economy. So with an MBA qualification, you actually stand a better chance. Research reveals that MBA graduates, they are more likely to be paid, highly paid, and also they have the prospect for career advancement. So with the MBA degree, you can actually advance in your career to the C-suite level in the organization. One other thing I want to emphasize about the MMU MBA is the focus on the essential and contemporary knowledge today. One of the things that we actually emphasize on are concepts like design thinking. Yes, design thinking.
Interesting.
It actually gives a perspective on product development from the consumer's point of view. It's more like a structured approach to solving problems. And also, we do actually focus on the digital transformation. As you know, we live in an era of the fourth industrial revolution. So it's always good to update your knowledge and to keep abreast with developments in the industry. So the MBA program could actually give you the edge in terms of the currency of your knowledge, as well as enables you to acquire the essential skills. And most graduates of the MBA program, like I said, they actually go on to become the chief technology officer, the chief information officer, as well as they do actually ascend to become the financial controller in their organization. More specifically, we have options like in operations management, general management, as well as options in data analytics.
That is
the
the
newly
specialization,
introduced one. Yes,
Okay.
specialization,
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Ojo. I also received another question, for example, do I need to attend any interview to apply for MBA or DBA? So because there are many questions like this. Some other universities in the world universities, they do have interview, yeah, as part of the application. But in MMU, you do not have to attend any interview. Okay, all right. Next, there will be. Okay, there will be another questions. Okay, I think we need to stop for a while for a commercial break. Yeah, so we will be right back. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Multimedia University, the first Malaysian private university. In 1997, the Malaysian government took steps to transform the Malaysian economy from one that was goods and export-centric towards one that relied on digital technology and emphasized services. Since its establishment, Multimedia University has grown in size, in stature and in impact, both within Malaysia and across the globe. Now, Multimedia University is widely regarded and trusted for its innovative and useful programs. The university is trusted by the Malaysian government as well as numerous professional, governing and assessment organizations across the world. Their trust is expressed in various rankings, agreements and partnerships with the university. In fact, MMU currently holds a unique position as one of the most preferred university across various industries in Malaysia. This preference is a result of years of hard work as well as the intrinsic nature of MMU. From the get-go, MMU has made it a point that it is part of the international community. It drew talent, input and the knowledge from across the globe, and its deliverables were also to be enjoyed worldwide. Another important aspect is MMU seeks to future-proof its graduates. By opening the doors of entrepreneurship to its citizens, MMU seeks to help lay people to improve their economic standing without relying on existing job creators or even on existing economic models. Furthermore, by thinking in terms of helping various industries secure better qualified personnel, MMU has been able to come up with cutting-edge academic programs, some of which have no parallel within the country or even the hemisphere. Thanks to this nimbleness, MMU has been able to help Malaysia break into new areas of national interest, which include financial engineering and content creation. Of course, MMU graduates are so sought after not only for their strong technical know-how, but also because their strengths go beyond their academic obligations. Our academicians are also active. Throughout the years, they have collectively proven themselves to be very prolific, not just within the confines of academia, but also in the development of their respective industries. In short, MMU has led the private higher education sector in Malaysia for more than 20 years because it has played an active role in the development of the nation. Where other institutions teach, we inspire. Where other institutions draw a map, we take the leap forward. Where other institutions opine, we do. The future is filled with uncertainty. What is certain, however, regardless of the myriad of issues that face Malaysia and the world, MMU will be there to help its students, graduates, as well as its community find a solution.
Thank you so much for staying with us. So we are back here We will continue with a few other questions, common questions. Yeah, I
Right.
received.
Dr. Jin,
Yes.
just to add,
Yeah.
I just came back from a booth.
Booth.
We opened a booth today.
For promotion.
Yeah, for
Yes,
promotion for
okay.
the MBA. So the frequently asked question that
Yeah.
I received was, let's say I have sat for a MWET
Yeah.
exam,
Yes.
but I did not fulfill the minimum requirement of Band 4.
The minimum requirement is Band 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what should I do? Should
Yes.
I apply or should I
Yes.
don't apply? So
Okay.
our answer would be just apply.
Just
Alright?
apply,
Yeah,
yes.
just apply.
Alright.
Even if you got our minimum requirement is MWET Band 4
Yeah.
for the entry requirement for MBA and for DBA. However, if you got a 3, a 2, a 1, whatnot, so you can just apply, upload your results.
Yes.
Because just to let you know, all our MBA and DBA program application are through online application.
Okay.
Alright. So you just upload whatever information, whatever requirement, whatever qualification that you have on the English, and then we will accept. Alright. And most probably we will call you for an English placement interview.
Yeah. The English placement test that we have discussed
Yes,
previously.
yes.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
whatever results that you have, don't worry, just upload it, and then we will get back into you. However, yeah,
Yeah. Normally, how long is the process?
depending on the completeness of the documents.
I see. Okay.
Usually, what makes the application is delayed is
Delayed.
because of the incomplete documentation.
Incomplete documents,
For
okay.
example, similarly for the English language requirement, because these questions are very much being asked during both, right? So, and usually these prospect students have 10 and 15 years of experience. Alright, so usually they don't sit for any of the English requirement, English
Yeah,
test,
yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
So what we would like to suggest, as I mentioned earlier, please get an evidence or a proof saying that your degree, previous degree that you have taken, the medium of instruction is in English. So once you get the letter, then you upload it upon application, and then we will do all the back office work.
Okay.
So
Alright.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to all viewers, we will take another short commercial break again, and we will be right back.
Welcome to Multimedia University, the first Malaysian private university. In 1997, the Malaysian government took steps to transform the Malaysian economy from one that was goods and export-centric towards one that relied on digital technology and emphasized services. Since its establishment, Multimedia University has grown in size, in stature, and in impact, both within Malaysia and across the globe. Now, Multimedia University is widely regarded and trusted for its innovative and useful programs. The university is trusted by the Malaysian government as well as numerous professional, governing and assessment organizations across the world. Their trust is expressed in various rankings, agreements and partnerships with the university. In fact, MMU currently holds a unique position as one of the most preferred university across various industries in Malaysia. This preference is a result of years of hard work as well as the intrinsic nature of MMU. From the get-go, MMU has made it a point that it is part of the international community. It drew talent, input and the knowledge from across the globe, and its deliverables were also to be enjoyed worldwide. Another important aspect is MMU seeks to future-proof its graduates. By opening the doors of entrepreneurship to its citizens, MMU seeks to help lay people to improve their economic standing without relying on existing job creators or even on existing economic models. Furthermore, by thinking in terms of helping various industries secure better qualified personnel, MMU has been able to come up with cutting-edge academic programs, some of which have no parallel within the country or even the hemisphere. Thanks to this nimbleness, MMU has been able to help Malaysia break into new areas of national interest, which include financial engineering and content creation. Of course, MMU graduates are so sought after not only for their strong technical know-how, but also because their strengths go beyond their academic obligations. Our academicians are also active. Throughout the years, they have collectively proven themselves to be very prolific, not just within the confines of academia, but also in the development of their respective industries. In short, MMU has led the private higher education sector in Malaysia for more than 20 years because it has played an active role in the development of the nation. Where other institutions teach, we inspire. Where other institutions draw a map, we take the leap forward. Where other institutions opine, we do. The future is filled with uncertainty. What is certain, however, regardless of the myriad of issues that face Malaysia and the world, MMU will be there to help its students, graduates, as well as its community find a solution.
We have come to the end of the webinar session, a multimedia webinar session. And just to thank everybody, thank you for joining us today. And I would like to thank to all panelists, Dr. Aziz, Dr. Ojo and Dr. Olivia. Also thank to our program coordinators, Dr. Ruzana Raza and Dr. Nasrin Khan. With us here today in the Siti Hasmah Digital Library, we also would like to thank our Vice President of Marketing, Mr. Zamri Pawanchit, and also our floor manager, Dr. Intan Suraya Rosdi, and our crew, the production unit. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.